Paradigm 12, week 1. Anyone can learn to do anything at any time, or unlearn. It is very hard to fight and heal at the same time. I'm going to say that again. It is very hard to fight and heal at the same time. And as I read more materials, one of the things I recently came across is the understanding or the awareness around individual tribes in which we live, whether it's your family, whether it's your best friends, your colleagues. As we evolve, we tend to have these individual tribes in which we then stay connected to and feel it is our duty to protect and keep safe within the herd's rules. And what's interesting is if you start to kind of become aware of when you're in a situation that you're not enjoying your life, always coming back to you are a makeup of the 5 people you most interact with. So what often happens in these herds is that there's a little bit of intense kind of subconscious control or manipulation that goes on to ensure that no one changes out of the ordinary too quickly, or they don't excel too high so that they feel too different. It's kind of like people who come from low income and no education backgrounds. If a child in their home goes on to be, in school, get their master's or their doctorate, and they start to make all the money, there is likely going to be some initial tension around how that child is so different. Like it's just a curb of going outside the herd's way of living, and as you look around, you can kind of see it in friends or family members of how we kind of, and it's probably unintentional, right? It's just the way we live, is finding ways to influence one another so we keep each other intact, like staying in a group. And this is one of the struggles with my clients in understanding how and why they sabotage themselves, because whether we're getting it from other people or we give it to ourselves because we want to fit in, it all boils down to feeling loved, safe, and belong. And I just gotta bring it to the forefront that, you know what, if you are in your 20s to 40s, you can learn to rewire and do anything you want. Hell, you can do it from 40 to 70. But what I'm finding out is the 50 to 70 range, it's more about unlearning what you know. It's that mindset in not thinking that you know how something has to be or should be. Instead, reframe and look into the possibility of, could this happen? How can I create this? And it's one of the most humbling things to practice. I know myself as a type A perfectionist, I really struggle with the surrendering of all things, whether it's people's perception of me, whether it's my ability to be super productive in a day due to seasonal affective disorder. There's all the judgments that I have about myself and not being able to do this or how I'm being seen. There's all this backlash of things that go on in our minds that don't serve us. And we get to learn how to do and think differently. And we also get to change and rewire and unlearn the things in which we feel are so detrimental to us doing. And we learn this by our energy, people. You cannot fake energy. You can't force your energy. You can't manipulate it. And so if you are in a place of unfulfilled, lack of joy, lack of drive, feeling like a victim to your own health and lifestyle, you get to change it, because you can learn to do something at any point in your life and use your energy as a guide as to what is the next best thing for you. I have a lot of conversations with people who are like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready yet, or, I can't see that for me. And it's like, well, your energy is telling you that something needs to change. So you get to create something different. And instead, what I'm finding is people just stay in this stagnant, complacent, bad energy because it's what they know. And it's also what the people in which they surround themselves with keep them in. They keep them in that energy. So my invitation for you this month, week 1, is to think, okay, what's my herd look like? What's my tribe? And B, what is my energy saying about what I should be doing or could be doing with my health and lifestyle? And the third is to wake up.